Hey, what's up you guys? It's Rich from Young Blood Reviews, and I am here to do a book haul / in my mailbox for this week. I did not get to make a video last week, so this is a build-up of books from the past 2 weeks, and I only have 4 books, actually, so that's good. I mean, that's fine. But anyway, so let's get down to it. The first book I got, I won from Goodreads, and I won this, maybe 3 months ago, or 5 months ago, or something like that, and it took them forever to actually finally send it to me. But he sent me a letter, and I don't know what I did with the letter, but it is the Wizard of the Crescent Moon Mountain by Oldman, Brook. And I actually think the reason it probably took so long was because this was coming across the big pond. He is a UK writer, I think, so I was lucky enough to actually win this, and I've never actually heard of this book. I think it is more middle grade than YA, and it is high fantasy, so I know a lot of people that like high fantasy, and I actually do want to read you the back synopsis, just to tell you what it's about, since it is not a well-known book, and considering it's probably only available in the UK. Or on Amazon, but I haven't checked that. Okay, I just read the back synopsis. Elven boys Finn and Beazle enter a time portal just before their race is wiped out by an otherworldly warrior and his goblin army. Traveling 3,000 years into the future and arriving in a snow-filled land, the boys are saved from the cold 2 shapeshifters sent by Greybeard, the wizard of Crescent Moon Mountain. Out of their time and depth, Finn and Beazle are enlisted to join Greybeard and his friends on a quest to save the world of Everlast from the very same otherworldly warrior. Seeing that Beazle has a talent for magic after an incident with his magical bear-headed staff, Greybeard begins to teach the little elf a few tricks. But a problem arises when Finn comes into possession of a magical weapon capable of defeating the warrior. Little does anyone know, the weapon has a mind of its own and wants Beazle as its master. So, it does sound actually pretty good. And also, I forgot to show you this. He signed it for me. But it's actually not personalized. And the dates, right here. If anyone knows if they switch around their dates, could you please comment? Because that's confusing me. If British people turn around their dates, I would really like to know. Because I actually went there. I went to London back in October, and I didn't ever see someone write a date or anything like that. And I also wanted to show you, it has illustrations, and I think that's a pretty cool dragon. That is so cool. Such a cool book. So, that makes this book even more awesome. And actually, if I do read this pretty soon, I do want to do a giveaway for it. Since it's not personalized, it's signed, but it's not personalized. I could actually do this as a giveaway. And I'll do a book review on here and on the blog for it, so you guys can go check that out. And that brings up my other topic. My computer decided to be a jerk and crash on me. So, I have no internet on my computer. I have no sound or anything of that matter. So, I have to wait until I have time to go to the library, do a blog post, and it's just really irritating when a computer crashes. If that ever happens to you, God help you, child. And the next book is Arcadia Awakens by Meyer. This is actually the book I am currently reading. I just haven't actually got to start it yet. I don't even know what this is technically about. I think it does have something to do with shape-shifting. And it kind of reminds me of Romeo and Juliet in a way. I don't know, the synopsis kind of made me think of that. But I will read you the back because it has this stuff on the back. Tragedy brought Rosa Alcantara to Sicily, but a forbidden love will keep her there. She must find out what's lurking in the hills of the Sicilian countryside. She must uncover her family's biggest secrets. She must resist the lure of the most handsome and most dangerous boy in all of Italy. She must make it out of the island alive. And if you was wondering why I was exaggerating the words, see, those are the words I was exaggerating. They were in green and snake-like. But I love this cover. The cover is so amazing, and the snake just adds a little bit more to the cover and makes it so awesome. And it's got that snake print font. And the second book called, I think, Arcadia Burns, or something like that. I can't remember what the name of the second book is. It is actually orange, and the snake is, I think, running down her arm. I can't remember, but it looks so good, and the snake is orange, of course, to match the cover, and the words are orange. It sounds really good. Sorry. The next book is the book from last week. I actually got to finally read, and I actually did not get to finish it. I don't know why I didn't finish it. It was just, I was not in the mood for a dystopian science or a dystopian book as of right now, but it was good what I read. But Pure by Julianna Baggott. This book is a dystopian book where the Earth has been shattered by bombs, and there are people called the Pures, and there are people that are not pure. The Pures live in a dome that where they stay away from the unpure, and the unpure, I don't know why they stay away from them. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with them. I mean, probably some of them have a lot of the diseases, but the unpure are people that have a defect. One guy has a computer strapped to his legs, and he has to stay in a wheelchair. One girl the main girl character has a doll for a hand. So it was a really weird as it started out, but it was really, really good. And I love the cover because the back cover and the front cover have a really good meaning, or a really good, it means something. Like, see the butterfly right there? It's not destroyed. So it is a pure butterfly, and on the back it has the unpure butterfly. Which the unpure butterfly is actually something that the main girl character actually she makes, so she can actually have a butterfly in the house. So I think it was a pretty good book out what was starting out. The next book I got is Glow by Amy Kathleen Ryan, which I actually did read and I finished, and it was something. I'll tell you what. I'll be doing a book review for this definitely, because let me tell you something. It had me on the edge of my seat. I loved this book. Amy Kathleen Ryan just she delivered such a great story, and I love it. And the cover is so awesome. It's like all black, and then the words are white, and then it's got this little porthole like from the book. And it is good. It's really hard to explain, and I don't really want to read you the synopsis considering it's so long. But if you haven't read it, just go get it. I mean, it's one of those awesome books. And the second book, Spark, actually comes out in like, I think a few days. I don't know when it comes out. But it was so good. Go get it as of now. The next book, I actually someone is actually loaning to me. This woman from church, she comes up to me and she's all like, I heard you and your mom read. And I'm like, yeah, I read a lot. And she comes up to me with this book, and of course it's a Christian book. I don't think she would bring an unchristian book into a church. I know I wouldn't. I'd be afraid I got struck down by lightning or something. So she brings me this book, and she's like, well, why don't you go and read this? And if you don't like it, maybe your mom can read it. And I was like, okay. And I saw what it was, and I was like, oh my gosh, those are my two most favorite authors. And it is, Are We Living in the End Times? And if you don't know what the end times are, it's actually Bible prophecy, and it is about the second coming of Jesus Christ. If you haven't read a book on that, I really would, but I mean, if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, I'm not trying to push this book on you, but it is really good. This is written by the two people, Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins, who wrote the Left Behind series. If you have not read those, even if you're not like a fully devoted Christian, you should definitely go read those. I mean, those are just action-packed, and they have a lot of drama, and it is Bible-related, but it's something I think anybody could enjoy and just love intently. But this book is not actually part of the series. This is more like a discussion book if you did for like a book club. But I started this, I think maybe me being a bad person, I started it during church because the preacher there wasn't actually giving a good sermon for me. So I just started reading this, and I got a lot out of it. Me being a rebel. But this is actually, it actually started off very good. Sorry. It's been an allergic morning. It's very good. I enjoyed it. Okay, that is all from me this week, you guys, and I hope you had a fantastic week in books, and I will see you all next week. Happy reading!